Well, hello everyone, and thanks for taking just a few minutes out of your busy schedule to listen to a little bit of an overview here about a great company called A Leisure Life. And you know what? That's we're all striving for to have that leisure life. And I'd like to be sitting there on the beach and looking up at the beautiful sky and all the different scenery that can be involved. But let's get right down to it, guys. This is the right company in the right time. The travel industry, if you're in it now in the direct sales arena, is really in the state of total disruption. And the nice thing about A Leisure Life, if you look right there, that top statement is it was founded in 2012, which means that this is not a startup. This is a company that is very well founded and funded. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the co-owners, and that's very, very important, as you know, in the industry. And you have to have the product offering and the value, which we also are able to deliver to you as a member, and also makes it easy for you to present the opportunity to the people that you come in touch with. I want to really take just a quick minute here as you look through, read the brief thumbnails there about Brian and David and Kim. And this is what really makes sense when you think about it, is the ownership and the experience. And you can see right there that you don't have a storied MLM background from these gentlemen. These are traditional businessmen that have had great success, each individually and collectively for the past 6 years as they put together the foundation for A Leisure Life. And, the thing that's most interesting when you take a look at his story, for the travel side of the world and vacation world that we live in, you'll see that Kim was the executive vice president with Wyndham Vacation. And of course, between Brian and Kim, they had a great deal to do with building out the WorldMark by Wyndham Resort Group. And of course, that's a huge complex of members and membership that they were instrumental in putting together. And then you add the talent of David Harnisher and what he's done with the Children's Miracle Network and other very, very successful business development. This is a team that you're going to be proud to work with. This is a group of gentlemen who understand the business and have the skill set, to create a global organization, with teamwork, and they basically are here for your success. And that's what I like, because if we can put together a legacy company in travel, we're going to have more money. And, it's an interesting phenomenon, because what happens in the travel industry, people say, if you had more money, what would you do? And 99% of the people say they would travel. Of course, most of us that are in the business know that travel alone is an $8 trillion market, and it's scheduled to double between now and 2025. So this is definitely the right time and the right place. Travel will never go away. You're not going to have a better widget, in terms of product development, where you have the great product today and it's second place tomorrow. All the different challenges and issues that can come and go with new different trends that hit the marketplace. But travel is our old friend, and it's going to stay that way, guys. So what we've done here is put together a program to help us take advantage of all the things that we want to do. And as a Leisure Life member, you get to take advantage of all those dreams. And the nice thing about travel is, people can't tell you what they may have received as a Christmas gift, back in, 2010, for example. But if that was when I took my family vacation and I had all my grandkids and, went to Disney World, for a week, I mean, those are memories that you can't replace. And of course, that's the objective, is to take more trips, make more memories with the people you love and care about, and to have an opportunity to do more and save more, as that tagline says up there. That's exactly what we want to do. Again, what makes Leisure Life a Leisure Life unique proposition is the fact that the blend of services and vendors that A Leisure Life has put together for us to use and enjoy is absolutely phenomenal. We have everything that you need from the travel standpoint. Resort locations, condominiums, over 200,000 condominiums, resorts in over 100 countries around the world, millions of hotel rooms. And we've probably got, in my opinion, unless you can show me different, we have the most aggressive and complete booking engine in the world. Of course, we deal with every major cruise line, so you've got all of those available to you. Hundreds of excursions, and then we have a tremendous discount program and a high-end merchandise program to go with your membership. We have simplified the program at Leisure Life so that it's either the executive membership or the premier membership. And if you look there at the left-hand column with the executive membership, you see all the benefits that you receive there. And you come over to the right-hand column there with the premier membership, and you'll see that for the premier membership, which is $99 to join and $99 a month, that you wind up with all of the things in your executive package, plus the staycation getaways, 24/7 concierge, and the service from the concierge over here, guys, is unbelievable. Live assistance. They can do anything and everything to make your next trip, more fun, and make sure you've got all the parts and pieces to it. Of course, you've got the leisure hub that we talked about for the shopping and all the different values, entertainment, dining, you name it. So those are the two options that you have, with a Leisure Life. Now, the compensation plan is very simple as well. And I've found and learned through the years, as most of you have, that if we can make it as simple as possible so people, don't have a lot of questions, they see what they're going to get, they know what the value is, they get pretty excited at that point in time, because again, you're talking about an $8 trillion category, and no matter what you're doing, if you're doing any type of a product, that's in the marketplace, this is not going to conflict with anything that you're doing with your organization, because everybody travels. And I have a tagline I've used in the travel business, and that is that if I can show you a way to save money on something you're going to do anyway, would you be interested in taking a look? Naturally, people say yes. And if we can show them the value and the compensation that they can receive for sharing this product with their friends and family and their database, they're going to come out way ahead. The ways that you earn over here, of course, are retail commissions. You get paid a commission just on members if they choose to come in. Everyone is a customer first, and we have a tremendous customer base that may or may not decide to become affiliates, and that's their choice, obviously. But they can come in and get involved. Then we have our Fast Start customer acquisition bonus, our structural incentive program, which we're going to take a little bit of time on and explain it to you, because this is without a doubt the best program I've seen for you to help your team get to the point that they can have that structured incentive and that residual income very quickly with a very low number of people compared to what we're used to. Then, of course, we have our unilevel residual plan and our affiliate check match. And then you see this little guy up here in the corner, the 600 Club. So we're going to talk about that here in just a moment too. But first, let's go back to the customer acquisition bonus. When you bring a person into the business, and you can see the ranks on the chart here, they go from left to right, from affiliate to manager, all the way up to the elite position. And you'll see that we have a customer acquisition bonus for the premier and the executive. And you'll notice here that the initial payment, when you bring someone into the business, is 24% of the sales volume for that particular package. And of course, in the case of the premier, it's 80 points. In the case of the executive, it's exactly half, or 40 points. So you can see that when you bring in a new member, you're going to make $9.60 on the executive package. You're going to make $19.20 on the premier. Again, it's double. And those payments are made to you on a weekly basis for your qualified affiliates. It's, of course, a one-time payment when they join your team. But again, 24%. And then as you move through, you'll see that once you hit the team 1,500, team 2,500, going on up the line, you pick up an additional amount of revenue over and above the beginning piece there when you bring in your affiliates. So that's a quite unique program. But the real key that we're looking for is, how do we get someone to the point that they've got that $600 that I showed you a minute ago in residual income? Well, in the traditional world, if you wanted to have $600 a month in income, you'd have to have $150,000 US in the bank, making 5% annual interest, and that would give you $600 a month residual income. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have $150,000 in the bank, but I know how to make the 600 in a much easier fashion. And what's even better? I can show you how to do it, and it'll work. And that's the whole key right here, guys. It works. And what we do is we start out with a very simple program. Remember the power of 3. all the way through this presentation, kind of put that in your mind's eye, and then take a look at the number of people that are involved in order for you to achieve the first couple levels that we go through here. And you can see exactly how you earn your revenue. The first thing you want to do, of course, is get 3 people personally enrolled. Once you do that, and again, you're looking for a total of 320 CV. So that means that in the event that you don't have, the people come in at premium, which would be 80 times 4, counting you over here, that would be your 320 CV. So it's going to take somewhere between 4 and 8 team members in order for you to get to the point where you have the $50 per month. And again, that's guaranteed residual income. So you get your 3, may take 1 or 2 more, but no more than 8. And at that point in time, you are set up to go and get that first step on the rung, which is the U3, and that gives you the $50 per month in guaranteed residual income. So from there, we go to what we call our U33. And this is where the rubber meets the road, guys. The most important thing you can do is think structure in your mind. And what you want to do is you want to get your 3 and help those 3 get their 3. And once you've achieved that, and again, depending on whether they're all executives or they're all premiums, you're going to have a minimum of 13 people in order to achieve this and a maximum of 25. But once you've done that and you have 1,040 points, CV, total points, you are qualified for the $600 per month residual income. Now you stop and think about that. All the organizations we've built through the years, as you go through your system and process and think about how many people it took for you to get to the point where you had even $200 or $300, a month in residual income. It takes a long time with a lot of people. But here, again, minimum of 13, maximum of 25, based on your ability to share and let people know exactly what's going on. So you've now done it. You've got your 3 and you've helped them get their 3. You're sitting there on $600 residual income. But what happens next? Well, the next thing you do is you make arrangements. You now have your personal U33, and your next objective is to have one of those, a U33, in each of your 3 legs. Remember the power of 3, and that's where we base everything around that in this compensation plan. So once again, you're going to have a minimum maximum there of from 63 to 125 total team members in your organization. And what you're looking for is 5,000 CV, okay? And that is what we call our Team 5K. And once you achieve that, your monthly residual just moved from 600 to 1,350. Now you're getting into serious income. And the nice thing is here, guys, because of the minimal number of people that are required in order for you to succeed, everybody that you have on your team that wants to show up and lock arms with you, with us, and take this ride, they're going to be quite happy that they did, because they've never had the ability to make this type of income off of any of the programs, and certainly none that I've ever seen. As I was working with Brian Hafen, looking at what we could do to make this make sense for you, is we put all the numbers together. We modeled a similar company that had great success with the U33 program. We just made it easier and faster for you to win the proposition and get to where you want to go. So once you've got the Team 5K, obviously the next step is the Team 10K. Same rules apply, but now you'll notice that you want to have a U33 in one leg, and you'll need a Team 5K in 2 other legs that you have in your organization. And what you want to do here, guys, is again, take a look at this number right here, from 138 to 275 on your team, again, based on whether they're coming in at executive or at the premier. But once again, you hit that 10,000 CV collectively, you're now looking at $2,100 monthly residual income. Now, this is something that as a leader out there, and many of you that are on this call, there are people that I've dealt with and worked with through the years, we've had organizations in the multiple thousands of members on our teams, and we never had anywhere near the product mix that we have here. We didn't have the ownership and the business acumen from the leaders in the companies that we've dealt with, and that's why we're here, with the Leisure Life. We're looking to try to find that company that can take us to where we want to go. So those are the first examples. And of course, there's a lot more. I don't want to get you into a lot of detail here and take up too much of your time, but those are the first 3 steps. And then, if you recall, we move over and we have the unilevel program. And again, it's a 10-level unilevel. You know, it's all based, everything is consistent. You'll notice up here again, you got Team 500, Team 1500 coming left to right across the board. Ultimately, you're going to get over here to the elite status, and you'll see that you're paid down, you know, through the 10 levels from the Director 75K and the elite. And it's a very simple process, you know, to understand and explain. In fact, you'll see the comp plan explanation page, and it has everything on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, which is fantastic. Here's the next piece that's very, very important. That's the affiliate check match. And guys, you know, in my experience, once you get up and running here, you don't want to give your people away. You want to maintain sponsorship. You can place people anywhere you want in your sponsor tree. But, you know, if you want to help somebody and they need 1 or 2 to get them rolling, that's fine. But keep in mind that down the road, once you hit that Team 1500, you know, you're going to start picking up generational override bonuses in a percentage of all of your personally enrolled members. And you'll see over here at the elite level, you're going to pick that up down through 5 generations. 5 generations. It's not, you know, 5 levels. There's a difference. And this is a substantial payout. In fact, at some point in time, you're going to say, hey, guys, give my unilevel check to charity. Just make sure I get my check match. I mean, these things get to be phenomenal when you go to work and roll up your sleeves and take it on. And then, of course, with the retail commissions, if a person wants to come in at what we term our value membership, and they're over here in a position where they're picking up, you know, the use of the product, you pick up a commission, you know, based on your rank, and that'll give you a retail commission based on the people who come in as your customers. So, you know, now we've got a little bit more money and we've got more time, and I'll take any one of those destinations that are on the screen as my next trip with Leisure Life. How about you? So guys, it's time. Upgrade your life. Start living in high definition. Leisure Life is where you want to be. We're here to take you to the next goal, next level. And I appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to be with me today. Get back to the person who shared this information with you and make your plans to start your living in high definition with us here at A Leisure Life.